Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Chess. This is Rocket Guy, and I'm just gonna do another game of Rapid, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in, and we're against the Weepa Man. I'll go with the good old King's Pawn opening. I've seen a lot of kind of variations like this that I've liked a little bit. Not really sure where they go from here. So I need to defend this. I can get out this knight. So he can go into... Alright, well he just blundered a knight. So I'd say that's pretty good. I'm already like way up ahead. Oh. I guess that makes sense. Um but what if I go like... Okay, so it's not a blunder, it's like a gambit of some sort. Okay. So if I go... Guess I just take that. And then I can move this pawn up. And then I will go back. He'll probably come down here. Alright, this is a weird opening. I am not really sure how it came to this. I'm just gonna castle, be safe. I just need to make sure this diagonal is, or these diagonals over this way are safe. Targeting that, that's not that big of a deal. I'm going to go here. I think that's okay. Now, or keep in mind, you guys, that I am not a pro with this. So if I say something, let me know. If I say something that's weird or wrong, let me know, because I'm trying to get better. So that I can provide higher quality content for you guys. I feel like that just kind of blunders something. I'm gonna go up here. Okay, yeah, that blunders a fork. Hey, I won! Alright, sweet, that was pretty easy. I'll do one more game. This might be a shorter video. Alright, let's see. So you're just gonna go here. Pawn to e4. No, King's Fianchetto. Interesting. Alright, yeah, I'll do this. This is probably the line that they're expecting. They're probably gonna get this out and then castle. That is what I would do. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. If I develop my knight, he will probably push that pawn up there. But we'll see. I'm probably eventually gonna go bishop out, just to kind of develop it a little bit. I think that's good. Alright, well, if you guys noticed, the name of the opening changed up here. So that means that we're doing something right. King's pawn opening, King's knight, Konstantinopolski variation. That's gotta be sophisticated opening, so we're doing good, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna go here. And I'll probably take so I can have this file open. And then I want to go up here and move my knight up that way. Alright, come on, man. Over there? That's really weird. Yeah, I'll go up here. Planning to jump onto this square and do a little fork. Okay, he did not see it. Perfect. And he blundered his queen. He will probably resign. Because he can't even take my knight back anymore. What? Alright. Well, I guess I will jump it out here. Oh, I could have jumped it here. Probably should have done that. So if he takes with the bishop, I'll just pre-move that. But he is, like, very lost. This position is not good for him, obviously, because he's down a queen. So he's just cooked. I don't even know why he blundered it like that. That is no threat. I'm just gonna go here. And then come back this way. Oh. Forgot he could do that. Alright, well, I'll just, I'll come back here. Now I'm defending this square, or these squares if the knight ever gets a chance to jump there. Might move that. No, he just moves his rook. For God knows why. I'm gonna kick his knight out. I do not like it being in there. So he'll have to go back to one of these squares, and then I'll just trade that. And I'm gonna attack on this side so I can get my pieces that are over here already involved in the action. Because this rook isn't gonna be leaving for a while. I can get my queen out here, which might be good, but he's got some knight moves that are tricky. Maybe I'll move a pawn up to stop his knight from going here ever. That could work. Alright, so he is trying to go here, which means I'll get my rook on that file. Alright. Then yeah, I am gonna do this. I do like that to prevent this move. Which I don't really know where that leads, but I'd rather a knight not be there. And he blundered a rook. And he'll probably concede after I go here. I don't know how I've gotten some of the worst 1,000 rated players I have ever seen. Okay, he did not blunder a rook. So that's good, I guess. I'm gonna move this out here. And I'm gonna bring it back to check. I'm kind of disappointed in this guy, honestly. T-Levs. Should have done better. Alright. I'll take this. And now that square is safe, so I'll probably end up checking there. And there's gonna be a mate somewhere. Somewhere along those lines. If I go here, and he's got down here, and then I have this, and that is checkmate. Alright, I'll take a look at the game review on that one. Uh, Obviously, it's not going to be that highly rated for him. 600. But I can take a look at that. So we played a ton of book moves to get to this position, which I did not hate that position, but he opened with this weird pawn move, which I assume you're supposed to move your bishop out, which is like the whole point of moving that pawn. And he moved it to the wrong square. So here it's saying I should move this all the way up to attack this chain. Because once taking here, I still have this knight defending it. So here, let's see what this is trying to do. So yeah, obviously it wants to go here. And then after this, what's the follow-up? Okay, so we just double up the pawns here. Doubling up pawns is very useful in chess because the pawns can no longer defend themselves, and also you have less options when it comes to moving. Because let's say these two are here, you can only move the front one first, and also they can't defend each other. Alright, let's get back to this. And then he blunders a fork. So this was just a terrible move. So castling here would... Here, can I... Okay, sorry, yeah. So castling here would defend this square with both the king and the rook, so that I can no longer do that fork. And then he just blunders the queen instead of what he should have done is, well, he should have moved the queen to like one of these two squares. No, to this square. And yeah, that would have lost this. But after he goes up this way, after he goes up here, there is, so the queen's here, there's this move, which stops the knight that would be on h1 from going to either of these squares, and it would just get taken. And then obviously it just went downhill with a bunch of trades that he for some reason made. And then he just lost a bunch of material. And he lost. Alright, well, thank you for hanging with me for another episode of chess. I hope maybe you learned something. Or you just were able to relax and watch it. But I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.